For our first night in the Winton area, we camped in the Bladensberg National Park, located not far south of the town. It was good to have a break from the bitumen and to make some dust. We set up camp at the Bowshed Waterhole camping area after obtaining an E-permit. Our pleasant shady campsite was beside the waterhole on Surprise Creek. After setting up camp, we headed out to explore along a track called Stampede Drive. There are many reminders here of the time when Bladensburg was one of the original grazing properties, established in the Winton area in the late 1800s. The homestead, along with its interesting array of buildings, has been restored and now serves as an information centre and ranger station. The track was named after Scrammy Jack, real name John Toon, a boundary rider who drowned in a waterhole in 1893. Bird life in the park was plentiful, as were kangaroos, including this defiant-looking male red. Scrammy Gorge just drops away from the plateau, where the sandstone cliffs are gradually crumbling. A short distance further on is Scrammy Lookout. From the elevated plateau, an extensive plain stretches to the horizon. The next morning, we packed up and headed out to do some more exploring. The shearing shed was just as the shearers would have left it 40-odd years ago. Skull Hole has connections to a sad part of the local history. Prior to European settlement, Bladensburg was within the tribal territory of the Koa people. About 1872, reports stated that over 200 Aboriginals were killed at Skull Hole in retribution for an attack on a bullet wagon. This has become known as the Bladensburg Massacre. On the way to a caravan park in town, we stopped at the site of the Winton strike camp, used during the 1891-94 shooters' strike. One of Winton's many claims to fame is that it is the birthplace of Qantas. There has been some controversy over this claim, but to keep everyone happy, it is generally agreed that Qantas was conceived in Cloncurry, born in Winton, and grew up in Longreach. Winton's Waltzing Matilda Centre is the first museum worldwide to be dedicated to a song. The current building was opened in 2018 after the original one was destroyed by fire. The Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum is 24 kilometres southeast of Winton. It all started back in 1999 when the fossilised bone of a large dinosaur was discovered on a sheep property near Winton. Subsequent discoveries led to the construction of the museum that now houses the largest collection of Australian dinosaur fossils in the world. In the fossil preparation laboratory, painstaking work is carried out removing the rock from the encased fossils.
That's the lumbar vertebra.
Yeah, yep.
This belongs to the next lumbar vertebra, so it's got to come off. However, there's a lot of bone on this side in the way. Like if you can't saw it off with a saw.
This enables the prehistoric animal fossils to be scientifically studied and displayed. The collection room houses specimens of the carnivorous dinosaur nicknamed Banjo and the sauropod Matilda.
Put those measurements into this modelling that we call biomechanics.
The Dinosaur Stampede at Lark Quarry is 110 kilometres southwest from Winton. The display in the big shed is a chaotic array of footprints of dinosaurs, both small and large. The footprints were discovered in the 1960s and are thought to be the only known record of a dinosaur stampede in the world. Our guide explained that these tracks were formed 95 million years ago, when at least 150 small two-legged dinosaurs were spooked by a much larger carnivorous dinosaur. The area displayed shows about 3,300 footprints. Tickets are available that include both the Age of Dinosaur museums and the Dinosaur Stampede, but it's recommended they be visited over 2 days. Winton's Diamantina Heritage Truck and Machinery Museum was formed in 2004 by several trucking enthusiasts and interested community members. It now houses an impressive collection of pristine trucks ranging back to 1899. A recent addition is the truck driven by Toots Holzheimer, a hard-working mother of 8 who was a legend of Cape York in far north Queensland. And you never know what you might find out the back. Leaving the town of Winton, we continued on our quest to cross the country, zigzagging along the Tropic of Capricorn. Our first stop for the day was at Middleton on the Kennedy Developmental Road, where we were greeted by a couple of friendly pigs. There is not a lot in Middleton, but the old pub seems to cater for most needs. The hotel was built during the Cobb & Co era and was a changing station for the horses. According to a memorial cairn, the explorer John McKinley passed through this area in 1862 during his search for the lost expedition of Burke and Wills. I couldn't miss the opportunity to add another stubby holder to the collection.
Oh, okay, you're going across plenty.
Yeah. And nothing else, this would be the be-all and end-all of anything, and they weren't even really around for that long when you think about it.
The road becomes particularly scenic as it traverses through the Lilyvale Hills and past the Cornpaw Lookout. The road then pushes on through featureless cattle country. There are a few undulating sections as it crosses the channels before arriving at the destination for that day, Boulia, a town of bush yarns and legends. Coming up in our next episode, we spend some time in Min Min country and the town of Boulia with its marine fossils and Stonehouse Heritage Complex, before making our way to Alice Springs, the halfway point on our trip across Australia.